Good morning. I'd like to talk to you about synthesis reactions here, and I'm kind of going off of the sheet that you have in your notebook and have been trying to look at patterns and things that you want to remember about each of these reaction types. So a couple of the things that you need to be thinking about here is how am I going to identify a synthesis reaction and how do I predict the products of it. Okay, so how to identify this? I'm going to be looking and I see two elements that are reacting together. So on the left hand side of the reaction arrow I see element A and element B. Okay, that's what we're key on, and when I see that I know I'm looking at synthesis reaction. How I predict the products, I simply am going to make a binary compound. They're going to form one product. And I need to remember to write the metal first. So if the metal here is A, I would write AXBY, where X and Y are the subscripts needed to balance the compound. And then once you've got it written, then you would add coefficients to balance the compound. So let's take a look at some of these. Alright, I have iron metal combining with sulfur. So you've got Fe plus S, and I'm getting a compound which, I'm not telling you this. Maybe I would. Maybe I'd say it's an iron 2 compound or an iron 3 compound. Let's assume it's an iron 2 compound, meaning you've got Fe, and this is going to be a +2 charge. Sulfide is written second. Iron is a metal, sulfur is a nonmetal, so this is the order you write them in. If sulfide is -2, iron is +2. This is how I write the compound, and you'll notice that it is balanced as written. So this is a complete reaction here. If I want to go even further, I know iron is a solid, sulfur here is a solid, and this is also a solid. Sorry, I can't write that. Sodium metal reacting with chlorine gas. Well, sodium is Na. Chlorine gas. Do you remember chlorine is one of these elements that are diatomic? So I have to write it as Cl2. And it reacts. I'm going to get NaCl. Chloride is -1, sodium is +1, so that's how I write the compound. Now if I want to balance this, what I need to do is to take a look at chlorines. I have 2 chlorines over here. To get 2 over here, I put a 2 there. That gives me 2 sodiums, so I'm going to need to add a 2 there. And that balances the compound. Sodium is solid, this is a gas, and this is going to be solid. Feel better? Notice I have element plus element gives me compound. Element plus element gives me compound. Alright, aluminum plus bromine gas. Aluminum is Al, bromine gas is another diatomic element, and I get AlBr. Now, bromide is -1, aluminum is +3. That means I need 3 aluminum, or 3 bromides to balance the compound. Now, if I have 3 here and 2 here, I probably need to do 2 and 3. This gives me 6 bromides, this gives me 6 bromides. I have 2 aluminum, so I add a 2 there. That's balanced. Element plus element, compound. And the final one here, hydrogen gas, that is H2, plus oxygen gas, O2. and that's going to produce, well, you guessed it, water. And so if I want to balance this, I need a 2 here to give me 2 oxygens, because I have 2 oxygens. Now I have 4 hydrogens, so I put a 2 there. There you go. Synthesis reactions. Element plus element gives you compound.